parents should not dictate that I want you to do medicine. If you don't do medicine, nothing else. That does not work. You see, the child should be allowed to follow his own interest, what he wants to do. I learned of somebody who did medicine, but it's not practicing medicine.
He read it to his family.
At the moment.
Yeah, a friend of mine read it to his family.
Yes.
Now he's reading it.
It's not practicing medicine. I was told that the person is rather into bakery business.
Yeah.
Has left medicine. That's what I was reliably informed. And I also personally know a student I taught at Robo College whose father forced him to do medicine. I even advise the father that don't force this child to do a course he does not want to do, he's not interested in. The boy said, okay. He passed the exam all right, the boy was brilliant. And he went to do medicine. After 2 years, he came back, going to his study. I said, no, I cannot continue with the course. He's not interested in the course. And when the child came back, he had to go to do, child went to do, divinity. Then, he's enjoying his pastoral work.
Yeah, that's where his calling is.
That's where his calling is. So parents should not force their children to do courses they are not interested in. You can help the child to plan, as we are talking about. So with children like those ones you mentioned, who are unable to get the right score,
yeah.
The child is interested in doing the medicine, or he is interested in going to the university. What else do you think that such as a child can do?
And the child could not make the school.
A child could not make the school.
And the child will have to be at home for that period of 12 months, for another academic year. So if I may come in now, we have other schools with related classes that can also help to boost this child, prepare this child as well. A basic study to help to equip this child till he gets to the university. Like if we bring in colleges of education, we have biochemistry, we have other related science subjects there.
Yeah, physics.
Yeah. If only this child could get in there, this will groom the child. By the time the child gets to the university, he becomes a guru there. When I passed through colleges of education, precisely AGO, what I learned in my school, I never learned half of that in the university. The least courses I did here was 16, the maximum was 22. But when I got to the university, I discovered that the university, most of them were not teaching. It was my knowledge in my NC that helped me. So to me, it was what? It helped me, it gave me a solid foundation to go to the university. And for that reason, I had problems with some of my lecturers. Because I told them, no, this was not how we were taught. This is not Stanislavski method of theater. This is not the if-to, this is not the, this is not the, this is not what Dr. Omodagbe taught us. Look at the notes to prove it. It was at all of what. What are we not saying? We're looking at our planning now. If the child could not make that cut off mind, there are other opportunities for the child to do in order for the child not to be idle. If the child could not go there are some other professional examination the child could write. We have the NATEC there. The child could enroll there, and this will equip the child to prepare him himself for the future. It's just that most of the parents, they are not aware of this thing. So that's why we should use this medium to educate them.
So what we are saying actually is that other opportunities available for the child are open. He can go to
any of
he can go to the college of education, polytechnic, and still go to the university. If his final destination It's the university.
Yes.
He wants to acquire a degree. He can still, through this process, go to the university. Yes. So it will still not be static. Oh, Mr. Ajay, what's your?
Yes, in addition to the salient point she has just made, a child could even use this opportunity to learn a trade. You learn the trade between the hours of 7 to about 5, and then go for extramural classes while still preparing for the university that you had in mind. And then this trade will help this child to become independent. Because these days we find a situation where you go to the university, come out, and there are no jobs for you. If you had a trade, you can live by means of that until you get the desirable job. So, not getting admission to the university is never the end to life.
So what you are saying is that if somebody fails JAM, instead of sitting at home idle, you should get something doing.
Exactly.
And still prepare
For?
to rewrite the exam, learn a trade which can equip the child for the future. But don't you think that if such a child wants to learn a trade, maybe perhaps he wants to do engineering or that, the trade should be related to your future plans?
Exactly.
Yes, the trade should be related to your future plans. You want to go to do fashion and design at the university. Why don't you go and learn a trade which has to do with fashion and design?
Exactly.
If you want to go to do computer science or engineering, why don't you go to where you can do learn
practice
practice then computer equip you appreciation and then equip you so that by the time you go to the university, that becomes you've already laid a solid foundation for the future, so that you can go ahead. But there are also some group of students who cannot actually make it. They can't write to pass the exams immediately. It can't be the cutoff. There are others too who can make the cutoff, but they don't have the necessary support
to go to the school,
to go to the university. They don't have the necessary support to go to the university. Those who don't have the necessary support to go to the university, instead of becoming disillusioned about life altogether, what do you think they can do? Yes, Stella.
Yeah. For those who now are coming to finance.
Yes, those who cannot, who are financial constrained, they are good, but they can't.
They are good, they are intelligent, they've gotten the result, they are SS, they have the cut-off mark, but there's no money now. So in this case, we're looking at planning. I think we need to bring in the government here. We need to bring in the government, our governors, and other personnel in the country. Because now we have the intelligence one.
Yes, how many of them can they assist?
They are very intelligent. They come from a very poor home.
Yes.
If only they can give us grants,
yes,
scholarship, slots. But the problem now is they may give out these slots. But because I know my child is at home, she's not qualified to go to that school, and I have the opportunity to go to grab this thing. Instead of me to give to your son that can do it, I seize the opportunity for myself. So that is where selfishness and self-centeredness comes in. But if only the government should take statistics around the schools, look for these intelligent one from poor home, poor background, they will be able to help them. Then let's use our community. Our community should organize scholarship programs for people that belong to this category. I wouldn't want to use the word desolate. So from there they'll be able to pick them and they can help them. Then now if we bring in religious bodies, churches can also help. All they need to do is to set an aptitude test for these persons, people that belong to this land, not for everybody. And you see, if this thing is done, these persons will be able to go to school. So there is hope.
Yes, Mr. Oje, what's your own?
Yes, in addition to that, I think the child is not useless in life. He can learn a trade.
How?
This is, although learning a trade does involve money.
Money.
That is the truth. But we've seen a situation where some people manage menial jobs, like sales jobs, selling for people, get little money. Since you're already planning for something, whatever you're paid, you don't consume it. You don't want to live your life just like your peers, whose parents are affluent. So you save a little by little, and then you can go into something like catering. If it's a girl, fashion designing is there. The amount required to learn this trade is not as much as the one you would take to the university. In the process, you now equip yourself with a particular skill that can benefit you for the present and also help you to plan for the future.
Mr. Joel, I thought you would be suggesting that it would be better for these people to look for a job.
Yes.
That's because if they get a job, no matter how little it may be, we have part-time programs all everywhere. So with this thing said, it will also help them to do something for themselves. To tell the world that even if my parents are poor, I have vision.
Yes,
I know where to go.
Yes.
Yeah, so we encourage, that is part of the planning we're talking about. That
So
these
I
children
think, you see, the issue is that for such children, determination
is
is
very
very
important.
If they are determined to become whatever they want to become in the future, I bet you they will become whatever they want to become in the
Go
future.
get there.
You see, because Benjamin Disraeli once said that, beware of endeavoring to become a great man in a hurry. One such attempt in 10,000 may succeed. These are fearful odds. So, if you want to become whatever you want to become, you can become. But by planning, gradually you can reach there.
Yes.
By planning, gradually you can reach there. I think such children too, the government, you were mentioning the government, is the government can assist. I know what happens, like in Ghana. There is a scheme put in place for students, student loan, education. There's a specific name for it, education financing loan. You are given bursary. You are given the money to train yourself in the university. After graduation, you are bonded, and you pay back.
Gradually.
You pay back the loan. There are mechanisms put in place to take care of that. I think is it your degree? I'm not very sure. I've forgotten, but it's currently going on. I think your degree is withheld until you'll
be able to sort out.
Yes, but I think I'm not very sure. But there are mechanisms. The government comes in to support. The government can do that.
Yeah.
The government can do that, so that such student can also have access to education. But what we have actually come to appreciate, what we are actually saying in this program, is that planning for post-secondary school life is a must for everybody. You plan to succeed or you plan to fail. If you plan whatever route you would take to your final destination, somebody can set off here and you want to go to Lagos. You can go to Lagos through many routes. There are shorter routes. You can go by air, fly. Within an hour you are there.
You can go by sea.
You can go by sea. You can also go by road, which will take you up to 6 hours.
Yeah.
But the interesting part of it is that you've arrived, all of us will arrive in Lagos. So nobody is useless. Everybody is important, and you can get your desired goal. So you can plan whichever way. If you all this, look at these 5 fingers, are they equal?
No.
They are not equal, but they are all important.
Very, very.
So you can plan for your future. You can plan for your post-secondary school life by planning now what to do. If you're unable to get to the university, find a shorter route. From there, you get to the next stage. From the next stage, you get to the university. There are some nurses, people who have gone to the nursing training school, especially the girls. From there, they have gone to the university.
Yes, exactly.
So some started as auxiliary nurse.
Yes, and they have some started as auxiliary nurses before they became qualified nurses. So we can employ all these rules and then have a better life, a secure life, independent life where we can care for ourselves, care for our families, and also not being a liability to society.
Yes,
Nobody. So viewers, that's where we'll draw the curtain tonight. Well, until I come your way next week, it's me, the UK of Delta Carriers College. We are in Warri in Warri metropolitan area of Delta State. Signing off. Bye for now.
Delta Carriers College Foreign Universities Placement Program.
Admission into Ghanaian, the UK, South Africa, and the Gambian universities and polytechnics for an academic session is in progress.